All right, welcome back to Learning with Miss Lee, and we are continuing with our insects. This is going to be a bit of a STEAM project, which is science, but it's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And so this lesson is going to be our art part of our lesson. So our last lesson, we read the story, Worker Bees, and we looked at the life cycle of a bee, and we drew, and that was a bit of an art lesson, but this one's going to be a little more advanced. We're going to build a model of a bee. So you can pause the video as you gather up stuff, or you can watch the video all the way through and then watch it again. But the first thing you need is just a toilet paper roll. We're going to be recycling, so that's a good thing to do. Instead of throwing this in the garbage, letting it go to the landfill and fill up our landfill, we're going to use it to create the body of our bee or any other insect you want. We're just going to do a bee today. All right. You will then need some paint. Bees are black and yellow, and I'm in a little bit of white for the eyes. And or if you don't have paint, you can use crayons or markers, whatever you have, colored pencils, whatever you have available. You don't have to go to the store and buy anything special. I'm going to use paint, but like I said, you could use colored pencils, crayon. You need something for the legs. I'm using this nice little pipe cleaners, but if you don't have pipe cleaners, you can use string, twine, just whatever you have that would be a little stiff to make the legs out of. All right. You'll need a pair of scissors, and for the wings, you can use whatever you have. You can use wax paper if your mom has some in the kitchen for cooking with, or parchment paper if she has that for cooking with, or you can just use a piece of paper, a piece of white paper. That's all you need. So the first thing you have to do is you take your toilet paper roll. Now, that doesn't look much like a bee, because remember, a bee is an insect, and what we just said about insects earlier is they have 3 body parts. So we have to make this look like it's got 3 body parts. So we're going to wet it. And now I also said, I forgot, we also need some newspaper or trash paper that we can stuff this with. So if you just use scrap paper that you have lying around, something you've already written on and thrown away, but we want to get this really wet, not completely soaked wet, but so it's dripping. We don't want to just dunk it in water, but we want to get it wet so that look how it's starting to bend and fold. So I'm going to paint it. You can stick it under the faucet, but I don't have a faucet right here with me at my desk, so I can't really stick it under the faucet here. But I can paint it with my paintbrush. So I'm going to get it nice and pliable, okay? Now, I've got some pieces of paper that I messed up on. And so I'm going to ball them up. All right, I'm going to ball them up, and I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to pinch it and pinch it. All right, so I'm going to make 3 parts. So I've got one part. I'm going to take my leg, and I'm going to tie it around, and there's my head. And then there are my legs. All right. And I got to cut another set of legs. Where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. They ran away. And I'm going to put the other pair of legs right back here towards his tail, or remember he's got an abdomen, so his legs are on the abdomen, so the legs are going to be at the front of the abdomen, the back of the abdomen, and then I'm going to put the other set of legs in the middle of the abdomen. All right, right here. Now, I'm going to let that dry because I want him to be dry so I can paint him. And I can't paint him. If I started painting him now, he wouldn't work. While I'm letting him dry, I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to use some wax paper. Just a small piece. I don't need a lot. I'm going to use wax paper because it's sort of iridescent and translucent like wings. Alright, so I'm going to, he's about 4 inches long, so I want to have my wings, and I'm going to fold it in half because I want my wings to be exactly the same on both sides. So they're sort of rounded on the outside and they're rounded around the bottom, sort of like making a heart. So if I were to open that up right now, I would have a heart shape, like that right there. But I'm going to make wings out of it, so I'm going to cut it down the center and make wings. So I have 2 wings. Alright, and I will hold off on those, and they're going to go on his legs. Now I've got one that I did earlier that I've also placed a little bitty, I placed his little antenna. So this is mine. He's already dry. And so now I'm going to paint him. And I've already got my paint ready. Put that away. And so I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to paint him black. Or his head's going to be black. I want to get into all those little cracks. Paint. Like I said, you can stop the video and work on him, and then come back and work on him some more as you need to. I'm going to leave a little bit right here by the leg, not painted, because that's going to be the yellow stripe, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to paint that yellow. And then I'm going to hold his legs and I'm going to paint behind the stripe. So I have another black. And then I'm going to leave that place yellow, and then I'm going to paint back here. Making sure I'm getting, because he's folded up, because that toilet paper roll I wadded it up, so it's got little cracks and crevices that I want to get in. I don't want to leave it showing. And then I'm going to paint his tail, all this right back here, completely black, where his stinger would be. Now, the only bees that have stingers are the workers. The drones do not have stingers, and the queens do not have stingers. So it's for protection. It's not so that they can hurt you, because once they sting, they die. But look, it's already starting to look like a bee because you can see his stripes on him. Give me another paintbrush, and I'm going to paint my yellow stripes. My yellow stripes there. Now this is going to take some time, because remember you've got to let him dry before you can paint him. But once you've got him dry, then you can color him, paint him, whatever, because you can color on the toilet paper rolls relatively easy. So don't worry about it. and get them all painted. And we got one stripe here. And one stripe back here. And my little bee is going to be done. Oops, forgot his eyeballs. He's got to have eyeballs. He's got to be able to see where he's going. And there we go. Let me rinse my paintbrush out. Oh, I need a paper towel. I forgot you need a paper towel when you're painting, so that when you rinse your paintbrush out, you can dry it off. And then I'm going to get some white paint, and I'm going to put a little eyeball here, and a little eyeball over here. And now all I like are my wings. So I cut my wings out, and they flew away. Let's see. Here they are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to untie his front set of legs. I'm going to untwist them right here. And I'm going to stick the wings up underneath, right here, underneath. Just sit them down, and then I'll show you what I'm doing, because I can't. Oh, can't have too many hands. I only have 2 hands, so put that up underneath there. Pick him back up. Put that. And then I'm going to retwist, pull that out a little bit, and then I'm going to retwist his legs back on him. Notice I'm saying he's a he, because the only female is the queen. There's only one queen, so these are all boys. So there is our bee. And so have fun, enjoy, and build a bee. Sort of like build a bear, but you stay at home and do it. Build your bee, have fun, and come back later, and we'll talk about caterpillars, butterflies. Thank you.